It's Man from Uncle night in the edit room. Sit back, get comfy, and let's open Channel D. Let's talk about the show that absolutely exploded across the globe in the 1960s, The Man from Uncle. When it premiered in 1964, this spy adventure didn't just become a hit, it became a full-blown cultural phenomenon. It perfectly captured the James Bond craze and turned it into weekly television gold. At its peak, it was one of the most popular shows on the planet, with millions of fans tuning in every week. The heart of the show was the unbeatable duo, Robert Vaughn as the suave, charming American agent Napoleon Solo, and David McCallum as the cool, brainy Russian agent Ilya Kuryakin. These two had incredible chemistry right from the start. What began as a one-off guest spot for McCallum turned into full co-star billing because the producers instantly saw the magic between them. Off-screen, Vaughn and McCallum genuinely liked each other and remained friends for life. That real friendship made their banter feel effortless and fun. And who could forget the gadgets? The legendary Uncle Special Gun, designed by Reuben Klamer, the same guy who created the original Star Trek phaser rifle, got so popular it received hundreds of fan letters a week all by itself. The pen communicator. Del Floria's tailor shop is the secret entrance, and holy crap, that Uncle car was incredible. Everything about this show was pure 1960s cool. The Man from Uncle didn't just entertain, it defined an era of stylish, gadget-filled spy-fi television and influenced everything that came after it. It truly rocked the world. What's your favorite part of The Man from Uncle? The gun, the chemistry, or the crazy gadgets? Drop it in the comments. Behind every great show are great producers, and The Man from Uncle had some excellent ones. Norman Felton, the executive producer, was already a television powerhouse. He created and produced the hugely popular medical drama Dr. Kildare. Felton was the driving force, who even reached out to James Bond creator Ian Fleming for help developing the series. Sam Rolfe, who developed the show, was a veteran writer-producer, famous for the classic Western Have Gun, Will Travel. He shaped the Uncle organization and nailed that perfect mix of spy action and clever humor. Another important contributor was Mort Abrahams, who produced several episodes. Abrahams later became well known for his big screen work, including producing the original Planet of the Apes film and its sequel, Beneath the Planet of the Apes, as well as Dr. Dolittle and Goodbye, Mr. Chips. These talented producers helped turn The Man from Uncle into one of the most stylish and influential shows of the 1960s. Let's talk about one of the coolest props in 1960s television, the Uncle Special. This incredible weapon was designed by the legendary toy inventor and prop builder Reuben Klamer. It started as a modified Walther P-38 and could transform into a full carbine with shoulder stock, sniper scope, silencer, extended magazine, and that famous birdcage flash suppressor. Single shot, full auto, sleep darts. It did it all. What's amazing is how popular it became. The gun got so much fan mail that MGM was receiving up to 500 letters a week addressed directly to the gun. More mail than many of the guest stars. Interestingly, the same Reuben Klamer later designed the original Star Trek phaser rifle for the 1960s pilot. So one man basically created two of the most iconic sci-fi and spy weapons of the entire decade. That Uncle gun wasn't just a prop. It became the fourth main character of the show and spawned a huge line of toys. That's the power of a truly great prop. What do you think? coolest spy gun ever? Let me know in the comments. And of course, we can't forget the man who held it all together, Mr. Alexander Waverly, head of Uncle New York, brilliantly portrayed by the great Leo G. Carroll. With his dry wit, pipe-smoking charm, and perfect British demeanor, Waverly was the calm center of all the chaos. He was always sending Solo and Kuryakin on their missions with that classic line, "Gentlemen, you have a mission." Leo G. Carroll brought such warmth and authority to the role that he became an essential part of why the show worked so well. A true legend of classic television. Did you honestly think we were going to forget about the two other cool props from the show? First, the iconic Uncle Pen communicator. What looked like an ordinary fountain pen was actually a high-tech communicator. Agents would pull it apart, extend the antenna, and say the famous phrase, "Open Channel D." It let Napoleon Solo and Ilya Kuryakin talk to headquarters or each other from anywhere. One of the original pens is now in the CIA museum. That's how cool it was. On the villain side, Thrush agents carried the Thrush rifle, a modified M1 carbine that looked menacing and futuristic. While the heroes had the versatile Uncle Special pistol that converted into a carbine, the bad guys used these full-size rifles for heavy firepower. They became a signature look for Thrush goons throughout the series. These props perfectly captured that 1960s mix of sleek style and over-the-top gadgetry that made the show so much fun. Let's talk about one of the coolest spy vehicles ever put on television, the Uncle Car, also known as the Piranha. This sleek silver fiberglass beast was built in the mid-1960s by legendary custom car designer Gene Winfield and the model kit company AMT. It was based on a Chevrolet Corvair chassis and featured gull wing style doors and a ton of hidden spy gadgets, machine guns, flamethrowers, rocket launchers, retractable radar, and more. It was pure 1960s spy-fi cool. The car was used mainly in seasons 3 and 4, driven by Napoleon Solo and Ilya Kuryakin. But like many cool TV cars, it had its problems. The custom fiberglass body and all those wild gadgets made it very unreliable. It reportedly broke down a lot during filming, which is why it didn't appear in more episodes. The crew would joke, "Where's the car?" The reply, "Just follow the oil stains on the road." The Piranha was so popular that they made toys of it. AMT released a detailed plastic model kit that became very collectible, along with smaller die-cast versions. After the show ended, the original car disappeared for years. It was eventually found in Colorado, beautifully restored, and today it still exists in private ownership. It occasionally comes out for classic car shows and TV memorabilia events. The Uncle Piranha remains one of the most iconic spy cars of all time, right up there with James Bond's Aston Martin. What do you think? Coolest TV car of the 60s? Let me know in the comments. So what eventually happened to the man from Uncle? The show was a massive hit in its first 2 seasons, with a perfect mix of action, gadgets, and light humor. But in season 3, the producers decided to make the show much campier, more over-the-top jokes, silly villains, and goofy situations. This was largely because the Batman TV series had become a huge hit with its campy style. Unfortunately, many fans felt it went too far. The show lost some of its cool, sophisticated edge. Ratings started to drop. They tried to course correct in season 4 and make it more serious again, but the damage was done. NBC canceled the series in 1968 after 4 seasons. It's a classic example of a show that got a little too silly for its own good and paid the price.
What happened to the Special Uncle guns we used to carry?
They're in the Special Uncle wing of the Smithsonian.
In 1983, 15 years after the original series ended, Robert Vaughn and David McCallum reunited for a TV movie called The Return of the Man from Uncle, the 15 Years Later affair. It was great to see the two stars back together again as Solo and Kuryakin. They still had that wonderful chemistry and clearly enjoyed working with each other once more. The movie had a decent budget for a TV film and brought back some familiar faces. However, it received mixed reviews. Many felt it didn't quite capture the magic of the original series. It did decent ratings on CBS, nothing spectacular, but solid enough for a reunion movie. It was a fun, nostalgic treat for fans, even if it wasn't perfect. Personally, I loved it and was disappointed it didn't go to series or continue as special movies of the week. And finally, there was the 2015 Man from U.N.C.L.E. movie, starring Henry Cavill and Armie Hammer. Despite the great cast and stylish direction by Guy Ritchie, the movie was a big disappointment at the box office. It cost around $75 million to make, but only earned about $110 million worldwide, barely breaking even after marketing costs. One of the biggest complaints from longtime fans? They didn't use the classic, iconic Uncle theme song in the movie at all. That instantly alienated a lot of original fans who grew up with the show. The film had a cool retro vibe, but it felt more like a stylish Guy Ritchie heist movie than a true Man from U.N.C.L.E. story. Many people felt it missed the fun, charming spirit of the original series. A real missed opportunity. That's it for today's deep dive into The Man from U.N.C.L.E., the show that defined 1960s spy-fi cool. But wait, there's more. I've got more to say about The Man from U.N.C.L.E., so don't miss out. Next week, we continue with The Girl from U.N.C.L.E. and all those Uncle tributes TV shows love to make. As Columbo would say, just one more thing, folks. Remember this, even the best shows eventually come to an end, but creativity never has to. We all need a little bit of Doc Brown in us. Whether you're 3D printing your own U.N.C.L.E. gun, building a sea view, or just messing around with props in your garage, keep that creative spark alive. Thanks for watching Frank T's Edit Room of Dreams. Now go make something cool! Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching tonight. I really thank you for spending time with me in the edit room. It is truly appreciated. We still have 5 more episodes to go in season 1, so I hope you'll stick around for the rest of this fun ride. Look for Space 1999 versus Star Trek, the best in 50s movie monster films, Indiana Jones, and more personal stories from the edit room. If you enjoyed the show, please hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up and leave a comment letting me know what you think. It really helps the channel grow. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep creating, and I'll see you back here real soon.